Chapter 1470. To leave, there is only one way. In the distant past, the glory of that mysterious master also shone upon a place called the Soul Realm. Later, during the Great War, various realms rebelled. The Soul Realm also joined the ranks of the rebels. That master sent an army to suppress the rebellion, sweeping through the Soul Realm with overwhelming force, carrying out a massacre of the realm. The Soul Realm made a sacrificial offering of the entire realm, summoning an extremely powerful existence, the primordial soul beast. The primordial soul beast battled fiercely against that army but was also defeated. However, due to the special nature of the primordial soul beast, it was difficult to kill. To kill it, its soul had to be destroyed. That general then abandoned his physical body and entered with his soul, intending to completely annihilate the primordial soul beast. After pondering silently, Lin Moyu was suddenly startled.
Could it be that we are inside the primordial soul beast? Did the primordial soul beast really die?
Lin Moyu's heart shook violently. If his guess was correct, then the situation might be troublesome. His gaze swept over and suddenly noticed that there seemed to be more words on the cliff not far away. He immediately flew over, hoping the words there could clear up the doubts in his heart and find a way to leave. Indeed, there were more words, and not just in one place, all written by the same hand. Lin Moyu searched repeatedly, reading all the words on the cliff, and finally understood the cause and effect, as well as the method for him to leave. He was indeed inside the primordial soul beast, and the entrance to Area 10-03 was the primordial soul beast's mouth. They had voluntarily entered as food. The primordial soul beast was a terrifying being summoned by the soul realm with the power of the entire realm. It existed between reality and illusion, its physical body seemingly present yet not, its soul extremely powerful. To kill it, its soul had to be extinguished, and its soul was hidden within an independent space inside its body, unable to be killed from the outside, only from the inside. That general had abandoned his physical body and killed his way into the primordial soul beast's body, into the independent space. He and the primordial soul beast were both severely wounded, almost perishing together. After being severely injured, the primordial soul beast fell into an endless slumber but did not truly die. After being severely wounded, the primordial soul beast hid in the depths of the independent space, no longer appearing. At that time, the general had also suffered severe injuries, his soul on the verge of disintegration, unable to escape. Before his death, with his last ounce of strength, he left behind the method to kill the primordial soul beast. Now, Lin Moyu was inside the independent space within the primordial soul beast's body, and the severely wounded soul of the primordial soul beast was at the bottom of the pool. These were not the most crucial points. The most crucial point was that if Lin Moyu wanted to leave, he had to go to the bottom of the pool and kill the primordial soul beast. All people or things that entered the primordial soul beast's body could freely leave before entering the independent space. But once they passed through the wind tunnel and entered the independent space, they could no longer leave. That wind tunnel was actually the channel through which the primordial soul beast absorbed energy from the outside world. For countless years, it had continuously absorbed energy from the outside world, sustaining its own life, hoping that one day, its injuries would recover, and it could awaken again. Lin Moyu returned to the light sphere supported by Xiao Bao, and Xiao Bao immediately asked,
"How is it? Is there a way to leave?"
It was clear that Xiao Bao had also grown weary of staying here and wanted to leave as soon as possible. Or perhaps it missed its master. Lin Moyu nodded.
"There is a way to leave, but it's very difficult."
In his heart, he added,
"No matter how difficult, I have to do it."
He didn't want to be trapped and die here. Although the difficulty was high, he had no choice but to try. Xiao Bao said,
"My young master also said it was very difficult before."
The young master Xiao Bao referred to was one of the three souls present. Lin Moyu didn't know this young master's name, but it didn't matter. Lin Moyu asked,
"Xiao Bao, why did you all come here?"
Xiao Bao was completely guileless and trusted Lin Moyu wholeheartedly.
"My young master seemed to have seen some ancient ruins somewhere, and said there was a powerful starry sky beast here. If we killed it, we could obtain its star core and have a chance to step into the other shore. My young master has been stuck at the peak of the God's sovereign realm for a long time, and has always wanted to enter the other shore but hasn't been able to succeed.
After hearing Xiao Bao's explanation, Lin Moyu understood. Being stuck at the peak of the God's sovereign realm for a long time with a chance to enter the other shore, of course they wouldn't let it pass. For cultivators seeking the Tao, they were willing to risk their lives. Xiao Bao's voice lowered, tinged with sadness.
My poor young master, not only did he fail to enter the other shore, but he almost died here.
Lin Moyu thought to himself.
It's not almost, he has already died.
Unless something unexpected happens, he will be trapped here forever, unable to leave. When the time comes and his soul decays, he will disappear into nothingness. Xiao Bao didn't seem worried about what would happen to itself at all, but was instead concerned for its young master. It was truly a kind-hearted and loyal artifact spirit. Lin Moyu said,
I'll go and try. If I succeed, I'll take you all out.
Xiao Bao's hazy figure twisted violently, its voice becoming excited.
Really?
Lin Moyu spoke to it like coaxing a child.
Really?
Xiao Bao said softly.
Then you must also be careful. If there's danger, run back here, and Xiao Bao will protect you.
Lin Moyu was amused by Xiao Bao and laughed heartily.
Okay.
With that, Lin Moyu flew out of the light sphere and dived straight into the pool. The soul gem on the scourge staff suddenly shone brightly, emitting an unprecedented strong light. Layer upon layer of strong light enveloped Lin Moyu, firmly protecting him. The light spots from before and the clear water here could both harm the soul. The light spots could weaken the connection between the soul and the physical body, causing the soul to become dull and lose its spirit. The clear water here could corrode the soul, completely dissolving it. The soul beasts in the water would directly inflict fatal damage to the soul. In this place, without the protection of the soul gem, even if Lin Moyu's soul was at the other shore realm, he would still face trouble. With the soul gem's protection, passing through the wind tunnel was no problem, and he could withstand the corrosion of the clear water. However, if he encountered too many soul beasts, he would still be surrounded and killed. A 5th-grade purple jade soul at the other shore realm was very strong, much stronger than a 4th-grade soul at the God-Sovereign realm, surpassing it in all aspects, but it had not reached the level of defying the heavens. The primordial soul beast, with the power of an entire realm, was the true representative of a powerful soul. Even in its severely injured and slumbering state, it was not something a 5th-grade purple jade soul could compare to. Lin Moyu deeply felt that those powerful beings from ancient times were truly terrifying. Lin Moyu sank deeper and deeper into the pool, heading towards the location pointed out by the ancient general. Waves of movement came from within the pool, the water surging and rolling, with soul beasts flying towards him one after another. To them, Lin Moyu was an outsider, an invader who had to be eliminated. The soul gem released a powerful light sphere, blocking the soul beast's attacks. The soul beast slammed into the yellow light sphere, but the sphere remained motionless, while the soul beasts were blasted away. Some soul beasts opened their massive mouths and bit down, but their jaws shattered, and their bodies exploded. The defensive barrier formed by the soul gem was much stronger than Xiao Bao's defense. Not only did it block attacks, but it also had a certain counterattack ability, injuring many soul beasts. The number of soul beasts was indeed vast, too numerous to count. As far as the eye could see, there were only soul beasts, endlessly attacking Lin Moyu. But no matter how fierce their attacks were, they could not stop Lin Moyu. Until Lin Moyu reached the bottom of the pool, passing through a layer that resembled a thin membrane, the surroundings suddenly became quiet. 1471, 1471. Chapter 1471. Since there is a mountain, then climb to the top. The soul-corroding clear water was gone, and the soul beasts had also disappeared. Lin Moyu arrived at his destination, which was the final hiding place of the soul spirit ancestor beast. A gigantic soul beast lay not far away. The soul beast was enormous, with various plants growing on its body, including flowers, grass, and even some large trees. When Lin Moyu first entered, he saw those flowers and grasses, all of which could be found on the soul beast's body. The soul beast's head resembled a lion, yet also a tiger, constantly changing, making it impossible to describe its true form. Lin Moyu knew that this was the characteristic of the soul beast. Its true appearance could never be seen. It was the soul spirit ancestor beast, the progenitor of all soul beasts. All the soul beasts in the pond were manifestations of its thoughts.
If this creature revives, it will be a catastrophe for the entire world.
Lin Moyu was not a saint, but he knew that if such a creature revived, it would bring disaster to the entire world, including the human race. Lin Moyu did not know if there was anyone in the current world who could stop it. The best way was to let it die forever. The method to kill it was clearly written by that general. Lin Moyu's gaze fell on its neck, where a giant sword was embedded. This sword was also a soul artifact. Back then, the general used this sword to severely wound the soul spirit ancestor beast. All Lin Moyu had to do was pull out the sword and strike the soul spirit ancestor beast's head once. Just once would be enough. The sword had already severely injured the soul spirit ancestor beast, and it was only a step away from death. The sword contained the will of that general, which made it difficult for the soul spirit ancestor beast to recover from its injuries. Just one more strike would be enough to kill the soul spirit ancestor beast. Unfortunately, the general paid with his life for that strike. In the end, the general was defeated. The soul spirit ancestor beast's body existed between reality and illusion, without a true physical form. Once it was killed, its body would naturally collapse, and Lin Moyu would be able to escape. Taking a deep breath, Lin Moyu flew towards the soul spirit ancestor beast. The soul spirit ancestor beast, which had remained motionless, suddenly moved. The plants on its body grew wildly, and a large amount of pollen flew from the flowers towards Lin Moyu. The pollen exploded when it reached Lin Moyu, causing a terrifying soul shock. A fourth-grade soul in the God-sovereign realm would be instantly killed by such a shock. Even a fifth-grade purple jade soul would not last long. The soul gem's defense blocked the explosion, leaving Lin Moyu unaffected. The small grass on the soul spirit ancestor beast's back grew into vines, transforming into soul-whipping lashes. The yellow light ball deformed slightly, but that was all. Enduring the attacks, Lin Moyu quickly approached. Lin Moyu knew it had not awakened, but was merely reacting instinctively to the approaching danger. A powerful soul would instinctively react to danger. Even Lin Moyu had this ability, let alone the soul spirit ancestor beast, whose soul strength was unimaginable. As Lin Moyu got closer to the soul spirit ancestor beast, the attacks became stronger. Each attack could easily kill a god-sovereign soul and severely injure a fifth-grade purple jade soul in the Beyond Realm. Lin Moyu knew that relying solely on his soul's ability, he could withstand at most 10 attacks and would never reach the soul spirit ancestor beast. But now, with the Calamity Staff and the Soul Gem's protection, he could endure the attacks and approach the soul spirit ancestor beast without any pressure. The soul spirit ancestor beast's aura was overwhelming, even in its severely injured and dormant state. If it were in perfect condition, it could kill me with a single glance. Such an existence beyond the Beyond Realm is incredibly powerful.
Unfortunately, even such a powerful being must die.
Lin Moyu sighed inwardly. The path of cultivation seemed endless, with higher peaks always in sight. However, this also ignited Lin Moyu's competitive spirit. Since there was a mountain, he would climb it. One day, he would climb the highest mountain and stand at the true summit. Lin Moyu reached out and grasped the sword. The sword contained the terrifying will of the ancient general, and a surge of killing intent spread from the hilt, instantly engulfing his soul. Killing intent grew rapidly in his heart, and Lin Moyu's eyes turned red, with only one thought: kill. He transformed into a monster driven solely by slaughter. The ancient general's killing intent was too strong, contaminating Lin Moyu's own will. But the next moment, Lin Moyu's strong willpower surged from within.
No, this isn't right. I am Lin Moyu, not a puppet of killing. No one can control me, no one.
His soul shone brightly, emitting a purple light. The fifth-grade purple jade soul erupted with full force at that moment. This was Lin Moyu's own power, his own will. He used his will to resist the ancient general's killing intent within the sword. His eyes gradually cleared, and the killing intent returned to the sword.
That was close. Fortunately, my will was strong enough, honed by the curse of the Tulu realm. And fortunately, my soul had reached the 5th grade. If it were still a 4th grade soul, I would have died.
After narrowly escaping another crisis, Lin Moyu knew that the path of cultivation was fraught with danger, with death lurking at every step. Grasping the sword, he exerted his soul's strength and pulled the sword out. The dormant soul spirit ancestor beast let out a wail, and a large amount of soul blood spurted from the wound. It seemed to sense the approach of death but was helpless. The ancient battle had left it too severely injured, just a step away from death. The plants on its body attacked Lin Moyu more frantically, but this was its only form of resistance. The sword in its neck prevented its wounds from healing, even after so many years of slumber. Lin Moyu, holding the sword, flew to its head and stabbed down heavily. The sword pierced through a tough hide, and Lin Moyu saw the entire sword glowing brilliantly. The ancient generals will flowed from the sword into the soul spirit ancestor beast's head.
Kill! Kill! Kill!
Roars echoed, shaking the heavens and earth. The generals will radiated a terrifying killing intent, unlike anything Lin Moyu had ever seen. This killing intent, even a tiny bit, could crush him to death. The entire space trembled, rumbling loudly. In the pond, countless waves surged into the sky. The waterfall, which had flowed for countless years, reversed its flow, rising into the air. The soul spirit ancestor beast let out a series of wails, and in its final moments, it opened its eyes. It seemed to have a moment of clarity, seeing Lin Moyu. Its eyes were filled with ferocity and hatred, as if trying to see clearly who had killed it. Lin Moyu's heart skipped a beat, and he instinctively retreated. The soul spirit ancestor beast stared at Lin Moyu for several seconds. Finally, its eyes dimmed and lost their luster. The soul spirit ancestor beast's body began to fade, with countless light spots flying out from it. At that moment, Lin Moyu heard countless soul whispers, various voices echoing in his ears. It seemed like countless people were expressing their gratitude to him. Lin Moyu seemed to understand that these voices of gratitude came from the ancient world, from the soul spirit realm. Perhaps back then, their collective sacrifice was not the right thing to do. The soul spirit ancestor beast's soul completely dissipated, and Lin Moyu saw a crystal-clear gem.
A star core!
A powerful force appeared out of nowhere, summoning his physical body, and his soul was involuntarily drawn towards it. 1472 1472. Chapter 1472. Returning will take 100,000 years? Without the power of the soul spirit ancestor beast, the soul instinctively returned to the body. As Lin Moyu returned, he grabbed the star core of the soul spirit ancestor beast and took it with him. Lin Moyu couldn't determine the exact level of the soul spirit ancestor beast, but it was definitely beyond the beyond realm. The value of the star core it left behind was immeasurable. The long dormant body opened its eyes again, seeing the vast void and feeling the intertwined aura of the battlefield and the great world. Smelling the familiar scent gave Lin Moyu a sense of having been away for ages. This time it was a narrow escape, extremely dangerous. If he didn't have the Calamity Staff and the Soul Gem, he would have been trapped and unable to return. For other god sovereigns, unless they didn't enter the wind path, there was still hope of returning. Once they entered the wind path, there was no escape. Looking not far away, the light group supported by Xiaobao still enveloped 3 unconscious souls. Their souls had long lost contact with their bodies, becoming independent entities. Their bodies had been completely digested and consumed by the soul spirit ancestor beast. The soul spirit ancestor beast existed between reality and illusion, capable of devouring both souls and bodies. However, its devouring had a rule. It needed to separate the soul and body before consuming them. Only when the soul and body of the entrant completely lost contact and became independent could it devour them. Lin Moyu sighed.
Anyway, at least they were saved.
Approaching the light group, Xiaobao's voice was filled with surprise.
We're back. You really succeeded.
Lin Moyu smiled.
Yes, we're back.
Xiaobao's joy grew stronger.
That's great. We can finally see the master again. Unfortunately, the little master is still unconscious, and we don't know when he will wake up.
Xiaobao's little master had suffered soul trauma and fell into a coma. Lin Moyu could see that the three souls were seriously injured. With the human race's methods of treating souls, the situation wasn't very optimistic. Lin Moyu said,
Xiaobao, remove the defense, and I'll heal their injuries.
Trusting Lin Moyu completely, Xiaobao immediately removed its soul defense. Lin Moyu released 3 white light groups filled with the power of life, which fell on the 3 souls. The souls began to heal under the nourishment of the life force. As a soul artifact, Xiaobao could clearly sense the state of the souls and immediately exclaimed,
Wow, you can heal souls too.
Lin Moyu smiled slightly.
All right, let's prepare to go back.
The distance to the number 10-star fortress was still a long 60,000 light-years. Lin Moyu now faced a real problem. The beacon he had set might not be a location that the teleportation array could reach. The teleportation array's range was only 100 meters, which was very small in the vast void. Lin Moyu took Xiaobao and the others to the location he had marked and took out the teleportation crystal.
Let's give it a try.
He crushed the teleportation crystal and waited quietly. Xiaobao was puzzled.
What are you doing?
Lin Moyu said.
Waiting for the teleportation. Oh.
Xiaobao seemed to understand and trusted Lin Moyu completely. The void was silent, and time passed second by second. After about half a minute, a faint light appeared about 100 kilometers from Lin Moyu's position, and the space twisted. Lin Moyu was prepared and flew towards it like a stream of light. 100 kilometers took less than 0.01 seconds. He reacted quickly and moved fast. Unfortunately, the teleportation light disappeared almost instantly. By the time Lin Moyu arrived, the teleportation had ended. Lin Moyu finally understood why Zhu Qiwu had told him that the position must be accurate. If the position was not accurate, it was really impossible to return. Xiaobao's vague shadow looked at Lin Moyu, puzzled.
What happened?
Lin Moyu sighed.
My positioning was off, and we can't teleport back. We have to find another way to return.
Xiaobao asked.
Is it far? About 60,000 light-years, quite far. I don't know how long it will take to fly back.
At his speed of 150,000 kilometers per second, it would take 120,000 years to cover 60,000 light-years. And he couldn't encounter any accidents along the way, like running into some space beasts. Otherwise, the time would be even longer. By then, who knows how many sessions of the 4-star domain competition would have passed. Lin Moyu felt a headache and then thought of something, taking out a jade token. Flowing light return token. Consumable, activates to teleport back to the nearest outpost at a speed of 100 light-years per second. Effective range, 10,000 light-years. Limitations. Cannot be used in locked spaces, cannot escape barriers. He had bought 2 flowing light return tokens but had never used them. Normally, he didn't need them. Now, he could use them, but their effective range was only 10,000 light-years. Lin Moyu had to travel 50,000 light-years on his own before he could use it to return. Another option was to wait. Wait for someone to teleport over and take him back. Thinking it over, this seemed more reliable.
If Senior Zhu sees that I haven't returned, he might come looking for me. Instead of aimlessly traveling, it's better to wait here.
After some thought, he decided that returning on his own was unrealistic, so he would wait. Xiaobao saw Lin Moyu standing still and asked,
Aren't we going back?
Lin Moyu said,
At my speed, It would take 100,000 years to fly back.
Xiaobao exclaimed.
That long? But why do we have to fly back?
Lin Moyu smiled as if coaxing a child.
Because I have no other way. Xiaobao has a way.
Lin Moyu was stunned. Xiaobao had a way. Xiaobao paused for 2 seconds, then happily said,
The master has sensed me. The master said he will come soon. The ancestor of the Yu family is coming.
Lin Moyu realized he had overlooked this point. Xiaobao, as a soul artifact, had a strong connection with its master. The stronger the soul, the stronger the artifact, and the stronger the connection. At the Beyond Realm, this connection might really ignore distance. Previously, in the soul spirit ancestor beast's body, the beast was too strong, and the connection was naturally blocked. Thinking that he didn't need to travel a long distance, his mood brightened.
Then it's all up to Xiaobao.
Xiaobao assured.
The master has already set off and will be here soon.
How soon, Xiaobao didn't know. Lin Moyu wasn't in a hurry. It was better than flying back himself. Leaving the soul spirit ancestor beast's world, time became clear again. After about half an hour, the space not far away twisted, and a flash of light appeared, with 2 figures emerging in the void. Zhu Qiwu arrived, accompanied by a noble and beautiful middle-aged woman. 1473, 1473. Chapter 1473. No choice but to kill. I have no other option.
Master! Master! Xiaobao missed you so much.
Xiaobao, filled with joy, darted towards the middle-aged woman. Lin Moyu watched as the woman, with hands as white as jade, gently stroked Xiaobao, as if she were caressing her own child. Her eyes, like flowing water, sparkled with a smile, and her jade-like lips parted to utter a soft, melodious voice.
Master missed Xiaobao too.
Her voice was pleasant, like a stream or the sound of jade falling onto a plate, making one feel at ease. Her aura was equally noble, the most regal Lin Moyu had ever seen. Lin Moyu couldn't find the right words to describe this innate elegance, a quality that ordinary people couldn't compare to. Xiaobao's master, the ancestor of the Yu family, was the one who had assigned Lin Moyu his task. Lin Moyu hadn't expected this master to be a woman. Looking at Yuzhu, it seemed that women were in charge in the Yu family. Zhu Qiwu introduced.
Madam Yu, this is Lin Moyu.
Madame Yu looked over with a smile.
Indeed, a fine young man. No wonder Xiao praises you so highly.
Madame Yu's eyes were like flowing water, and Lin Moyu felt as if his entire being was laid bare, with no secrets left. The
Xiao
she mentioned was naturally Yuzhu. Lin Moyu immediately bowed.
Greetings, Madam Yu.
Lin Moyu wisely did not address her as
Senior,
but followed Zhu Qiwu's example and called her
Madam Yu.
Not all female cultivators like to be called
Senior.
So learning from Zhu Qiwu was definitely the right choice. Having faced Beyond Realm experts before, Lin Moyu was not flustered and remained natural, which made Madame Yu even more appreciative of him. Madame Yu gently waved her hand, bringing the 3 sleeping souls before her. Lin Moyu's life force was still healing the souls, and although they were still asleep, their condition had visibly improved. With her level of cultivation, Madame Yu could naturally see that the souls were safe and sound. As the ancestor of the Yu family, Madame Yu's smile deepened. For a god sovereign, as long as the soul was intact, reconstructing the body was not difficult. She became even more satisfied with Lin Moyu.
I've long heard that Lin Xiu's laws can heal souls. Seeing it today, it's even more miraculous than the rumors.
Lin Moyu replied modestly.
Madam Yu overpraises me. I still have a long way to go.
Lin Moyu was being honest. Compared to a Beyond Realm expert, he indeed had a long way to go. Madame Yu smiled.
No need to be so modest. Your soul is already of the 5th grade, almost half a step into the Beyond Realm. We can interact as equals.
Lin Moyu accepted Madame Yu's words graciously.
They should be fine. With some rest, they will recover.
The three were from the Yu family, and with the Yu family's resources, he didn't need to worry about their recovery. Madame Yu took out a soul orb and placed the three souls inside.
I will return first to reconstruct their bodies. Xu Daoyu, Lin Xiaoyu, take care. Thank you, Lin Xiaoyu. The reward I promised will be delivered.
After speaking, Madame Yu nodded slightly to Zhu Qiwu and then crushed a teleportation crystal. Zhu Qiwu bowed.
Farewell, Madame Yu.
Lin Moyu also cupped his fists in salute. A few seconds later, the space around Madame Yu twisted slightly, and with a flash of light, she was gone. After Madame Yu left, Zhu Qiwu let out a long breath.
Phew, she's finally gone.
Lin Moyu laughed.
Senior, why do you seem a bit nervous?
Zhu Qiwu retorted.
What do you know? That's Madame Yu, a top expert in the Beyond Realm. You, young man, are fearless. I don't know if you're truly ignorant or just pretending to be calm.
Lin Moyu thought to himself.
If you had seen the Soul Spirit Ancestor Beast, you wouldn't be nervous either.
The Soul Spirit Ancestor Beast was far more powerful than a Beyond Realm expert. Lin Moyu had not only seen it but had also killed it. Now, seeing a Beyond Realm expert didn't make him nervous. Moreover, Lin Moyu's soul was already of the 5th grade. It was only a matter of time before he reached the Beyond Realm. With everyone being in the Beyond Realm, there was no reason to be nervous. Lin Moyu didn't respond to Zhu Qiwu's comment.
Senior, shall we return as well?
Zhu Qiwu shook his head.
No rush.
He flew to the entrance of the 10-03 area, where the blue light had disappeared, but unusual traces remained in the void. The Soul Spirit Ancestor Beast had existed for countless years, and its aura couldn't dissipate so quickly after its sudden death. Zhu Qiwu had been here before but had never truly entered.
The entrance is gone, and the 10-03 area has disappeared. What was it like inside?
Zhu Qiwu muttered to himself. Such occurrences were not unheard of on the battlefield. The battlefield had all kinds of peculiar areas, some of which changed over time, disappearing or reappearing. He observed for a while but couldn't gather more information. Turning to Lin Moyu, he said,
What did you experience inside?
Before he could finish, Lin Moyu tossed a jade token over.
I've recorded everything I experienced inside.
Zhu Qiwu caught the jade token, looking satisfied.
You've gotten smarter.
Lin Moyu shamelessly replied.
I learned from you.
Zhu Qiwu's curiosity was no less than his own, especially about unknown areas like 10-03. If he didn't tell Zhu Qiwu about his experience, Zhu Qiwu might skin him alive. So, while Zhu Qiwu was observing, Lin Moyu had recorded everything in the jade token. The jade token was not only for Zhu Qiwu but also for the big shots in the Beyond Realm. Those big shots were always eager to learn about ancient events, and this could earn him considerable rewards. After reading the contents of the jade token, Zhu Qiwu looked at Lin Moyu with a meaningful gaze.
It was inside the Soul Spirit Ancestor Beast, and those who entered became its food. Truly terrifying. And you actually killed it.
From the information Lin Moyu provided, Zhu Qiwu could infer the immense power of the Soul Spirit Ancestor Beast. Created by the power of an entire world, it was far stronger than a Beyond Realm expert. And Lin Moyu had killed such a being. Lin Moyu explained.
It was already near death. I just delivered the final blow. It doesn't really count as me killing it.
Zhu Qiwu disagreed.
No matter what, the final blow was yours.
Lin Moyu said.
Whatever you say.
Zhu Qiwu elaborated.
You don't understand the implications. It's about cause and effect.
Lin Moyu looked curious.
Explain it to me, and I'll understand.
Zhu Qiwu waved his hand.
Some things can't be explained. You have to comprehend them yourself. When you reach the peak of the God's sovereign realm or the Beyond Realm, you'll understand. Things inside are complicated. The Soul Spirit Ancestor Beast was formed by the power of an entire world, and the cause and effect are immense. Even though you only delivered the final blow and weren't the main force, you still have to bear the cause and effect. Whether it's good or bad, a blessing or a curse, it's hard to say.
Hearing Zhu Qiwu's words, Lin Moyu thought deeply. It seemed the matter was far more complex than he had imagined. But at that time he had no choice, unless he wanted to stay trapped forever. Lin Moyu spread his hands.
I had no other option.
Zhu Qiwu sighed.
I know you had no choice. Let's take it one step at a time and hope it's a blessing, not a curse.
Blessings and curses are intertwined. If it's a curse, it can't be avoided. 1474, 1474. Chapter 1474. Going to the center of the battlefield to broaden horizons. Palatial buildings were arranged in an orderly manner. Lin Moyu walked among them, feeling the grandeur and ancient aura that these structures exuded. The buildings were both luxurious and majestic, radiating a sense of timelessness. Walking through the palace complex, one couldn't help but feel a sense of solemnity, and even the sound of conversation seemed suppressed. The people coming and going were all exceptionally handsome men and extraordinarily beautiful women. Their demeanor exuded an indescribable nobility. This was the ancestral land of the Yu family, the origin of their bloodline. Madame Yu descended gracefully, like an immortal. Many people on the ground looked up at her, their eyes filled with admiration. They envied her realm, her demeanor, and her beauty.
If only I could reach Madame Yu's realm in this lifetime. Dream on, that's the beyond realm. Be content if you can reach the God's sovereign realm. Exactly, unlike me, I just wish to be as beautiful as Madame Yu. That's even more of a pipe dream.
The young people of the Yu family joked and laughed, creating a harmonious atmosphere. Madame Yu entered the palace and went to its deepest part. There stood a large circular pool, its waters formed from the laws of life, constantly emitting a vast life force. Madame Yu placed the 3 souls from the soul orb into the pool for nourishment. Under the nourishment of the laws of life, the souls would recover much faster. Although the souls were no longer in critical condition, they still needed to replenish the energy consumed over the years. Seeing the 3 souls stabilize, Madame Yu's eyes showed less worry. She knew that a large part of the credit for their stability belonged to Lin Moyu, whose laws had a miraculous effect on healing souls, even better than the laws of life. Next, she needed to find a way to reconstruct their bodies.
Xiaobao!
With a slight flip of her jade-like hand, Xiaobao appeared in her palm. Xiaobao's virtual image was much clearer than before, looking like a cute 5 or 6-year-old girl. Xiaobao's clear voice rang out.
Master, Xiaobao is here.
Madame Yu held Xiaobao in her palm.
Xiaobao, tell me in detail about your recent experiences. Okay.
Xiaobao immediately began to recount everything that had happened since entering the soul spirit realm. Madame Yu listened quietly, then murmured,
The soul spirit realm, the soul spirit ancestor beast, the sacrifice of an entire world. The ancient battle reached such a point. Only by killing the soul spirit ancestor beast could one leave that place. So, it was Lin Moyu who ultimately killed the soul spirit ancestor beast. It's a pity Xiaobao couldn't enter, so we don't know how Lin Moyu did it. It seems that to know more details, I still need to ask Lin Moyu. The treasure I promised him can't be too shabby.
Madame Yu's eyes showed contemplation, weighing the pros and cons. At her level, calculating gains and losses had become second nature. She deeply understood that to gain something, one must pay a price. In the void, a small, exquisite warship was advancing by jumping through space, each jump covering tens of millions of kilometers, much faster than the speed of light. Lin Moyu, filled with curiosity, asked,
Where are you taking me?
Zhu Qiwu replied in a low voice,
To the center of the Vermilion Bird battlefield, to show you something and broaden your horizons.
Lin Moyu was slightly taken aback. He had read about the center of the Vermilion Bird battlefield when he first entered it. It was described as a very mysterious place, with many star beasts of the God-sovereign realm, a place even God-sovereigns couldn't approach. Legend had it that the center held the most fundamental secrets of the Vermilion Bird battlefield. However, many considered it just a legend, a way to add a sense of mystery. Most people didn't pay much attention to it, as it was too far out of reach even for God's sovereigns. Lin Moyu couldn't help but ask,
"What's at the center?"
Zhu Qiwu smiled mysteriously.
"You'll know when we get there. But I can tell you that fewer than 3 people below the Beyond Realm have been there."
Lin Moyu understood.
"Is it very dangerous?"
Zhu Qiwu chuckled.
"It's not just dangerous. You'll understand when you get there. You're really good at keeping secrets."
Lin Moyu thought to himself. Zhu Qiwu's words had piqued his curiosity. Zhu Qiwu continued,
"You're about to leave the battlefield soon. Whether you'll return is uncertain. Before you leave, you should gain a deeper understanding of the battlefield. It might not be very useful, but it will broaden your horizons."
Lin Moyu found it strange.
"Why do you say that?"
Zhu Qiwu smiled.
"You're about to gain level 5 permissions. Once you do, you'll see the real big world. With a broader perspective, you'll have more places to go and probably won't come back."
Zhu Qiwu, having seen many things over the millennia, sighed.
"I've seen many geniuses like you. Once they leave the Vermilion Bird battlefield, they rarely return."
Lin Moyu thought about it and realized it was true. In the Vermilion Bird battlefield, level 5 permissions were not common among ordinary cultivators. Most who reached this level were high-level god kings, but their strength was generally average, not considered geniuses. In the mysterious places, there were many geniuses, but they had special statuses and couldn't be counted among the ordinary. According to Zhu Qiwu, those who reached level 5 permissions would enter a broader world. The tasks in the Vermilion Bird battlefield seemed dangerous, with constant threats from enemy races and unexpected incidents. Almost every day, cultivators fell on the battlefield. This was the information given in the initial materials. However, upon closer inspection, not all tasks were dangerous. At least half of the tasks were quite safe. If one chose safer tasks, they could earn points and improve their permissions while cultivating safely. But without experiencing life and death trials, their combat power and cultivation level wouldn't improve much. Such people were not considered geniuses. They were mediocre as ordinary people and remained so as cultivators. Seeing Lin Moyu's expression, Zhu Qiwu knew he had understood.
"You should understand the task system of the battlefield. It's similar to the task system in the human star domain, aimed at nurturing talent. Although the danger level is higher, most tasks are still safe. The choice is yours. Whether you choose dangerous or simple tasks is up to you. But tasks are also a constraint. Once your permissions and realm improve, you'll naturally look down on these constrained tasks."
1475 Chapter 1475. Do you know how strong this thing is? Along the way, Zhu Qiwu, like an elderly man, spoke a lot, sharing many of his heartfelt thoughts. Lin Moyu listened attentively. Zhu Qiwu had been stationed at the Vermilion Bird battlefield for thousands of years, seemingly unmoving and never interacting with others. However, he had witnessed many events on the battlefield. Having lived for thousands of years, he had seen too much and understood a lot, but he rarely spoke about it. Lin Moyu could understand Zhu Qiwu. Now that he had reached the Beyond Realm and was about to leave the Vermilion Bird battlefield, he had a lot on his mind and wanted to find someone to talk to. Lin Moyu was the perfect listener, willing to hear the old man's stories. From Zhu Qiwu's stories, Lin Moyu gained a deeper understanding of the entire human race's system. Whether it was the task system in the human star domain or the battlefield's task system, the purpose was to cultivate talent. The difference lay in the increased difficulty and danger, which helped identify true talent. True talent required extraordinary combat power, unwavering will, and strong faith. Those who only took on simple tasks would never become the backbone of the human race. After listening to Zhu Qiwu, Lin Moyu asked,
"According to you, the task system changes from level 5 permissions onwards?"
Zhu Qiwu smiled with satisfaction. Lin Moyu's question showed that he had understood Zhu Qiwu's ramblings.
That's right. From level 5 permissions onwards, the task system changes. The danger level and difficulty will increase significantly. The task range will expand from a single star domain to the entire great world. This change is significant, and you need to be mentally prepared.
Lin Moyu pondered. It was normal for the task system to change after reaching level 5 permissions. After all, those who reached level 5 permissions were almost all high-level god kings or even god sovereigns. It was normal for the task difficulty to increase. However, the range expanding from a single star domain to the entire great world was indeed a huge change. From the perspective of the great world, a single star domain was just a tiny part, like an island in a vast ocean. Now, suddenly leaving the island to face the entire ocean would indeed be an adjustment. Those who couldn't adapt would be eliminated, returning to their star domain or the battlefield.
In this sense, the battlefield can be seen as a microcosm of the great world. Entering the battlefield is like experiencing part of the level 5 permissions tasks in advance.
Lin Moyu shared his analysis. Zhu Qiwu looked at him approvingly.
That's right. This is another function of the battlefield, to give you a taste of the dangers of level 5 permissions tasks in advance. Of course, this function is only evident in high-danger tasks.
Then he quickly changed the subject.
You'll understand the specifics when you return to the star domain. The 4-star domain competition is a good opportunity to meet geniuses from other star domains. Although I think those guys can't compare to you, they are still considered geniuses.
Lin Moyu smiled.
I'll play with them.
Zhu Qiwu knew Lin Moyu's strength.
Don't take it too seriously. Hold back when necessary. The 4-star domain competition is watched by more than just us. Understood, I'll be careful.
Both the old and the young smiled mischievously. The warship continued to jump, crossing countless distances, and finally reached its destination.
We're here. From here, you have to fly on your own.
Zhu Qiwu said, pushing Lin Moyu out. Watching Zhu Qiwu put away the warship, Lin Moyu felt envious.
Senior, can this warship be exchanged in the military supply warehouse?
Zhu Qiwu rolled his eyes.
Don't even think about it. This is a privilege for battlefield guardians. Even I have to return it when I leave, for the next guardian to use. Do you know how strong this thing is?
Lin Moyu shook his head. He couldn't know, but it felt no less powerful than the number 10 fortress. Zhu Qiwu chuckled.
At full power, it can compete with a Beyond Realm expert. Even if it's not as strong, it can hold its own for a while. Killing you would be child's play.
Lin Moyu was shocked. It was far beyond his imagination. Zhu Qiwu enjoyed Lin Moyu's current expression.
How about that, surprised?
Indeed, he was a bit shocked. The War God Fortress was already strong, but it was only comparable to a peak god sovereign. This small warship, even less than 1% the size of the War God Fortress, was so powerful. Lin Moyu wanted to say,
if it's so strong, why not make more? The human race would be invincible.
With the power of the human race, no matter how difficult it was to make, they could produce many. Zhu Qiwu shattered Lin Moyu's thoughts.
Don't think about unrealistic things. This thing can't be made. With our current refining techniques, the War God Fortress is already the pinnacle. This warship is an ancient relic, very few in number. And it has limitations. It can only exert its full power on the battlefield. Once it leaves, it's just like the War God Fortress. You've seen Zhu Laosan's warship, right? It's a replica. On the battlefield, Zhu Laosan's warship is inferior, but outside, there's not much difference.
After Zhu Qiwu's explanation, Lin Moyu finally understood. It's not that they didn't want to make more. They simply couldn't. Even replicas were hard to produce. Zhu Qiwu sighed.
The ancient times were too powerful. Compared to them, we're like children compared to adults.
Lin Moyu's understanding of ancient times was no less than Zhu Qiwu's. He also felt the same. In the Tulu realm alone, the number of Beyond Realm plants was astonishing. The Soul Spirit realm could summon the Soul Spirit Ancestor Beast, far surpassing the Beyond Realm. And then there was the mysterious master. The ancient times were indeed too powerful. Zhu Qiwu led the way, with Lin Moyu closely following. In the distance, a red light point appeared, like a red star, flickering like a flame. That was the center of the battlefield, the most mysterious place. Even from a great distance, Lin Moyu could feel the rolling heat. In the faint light, Lin Moyu saw star beasts. The star beasts exuded a majestic aura, all at the god's sovereign level. Lin Moyu's nerves instantly tensed, ready for battle. At this moment, Zhu Qiwu took out a piece of beast skin. The beast skin instantly activated, forming a light group that enveloped the two of them. Their auras were concealed by the beast skin, and they emitted an aura similar to the star beasts. At this moment, they became star beasts. A star beast noticed them but only glanced at them before losing interest. More and more star beasts came into view. These star beasts were not of the same species, yet they coexisted peacefully. Lin Moyu found it strange.
What's going on?
Zhu Qiwu kept him in suspense.
You'll find out soon.
Lin Moyu decided not to ask further.
Fine, keep your secrets.
1476 Chapter 1476 Giving you face, just based on you? Indeed, Lin Moyu quickly understood why. As they continued to approach, the temperature kept rising. Lin Moyu suddenly realized that the increase in temperature was not affecting his physical body but his soul. It felt as if a fire was continuously burning his soul. His soul world seemed to be gradually heating up, and the purple jade barrier of his soul world seemed unable to resist this heat. His soul felt uneasy, as if it were sitting on flames. Zhu Qiwu's voice came.
Do you feel it?
Lin Moyu nodded.
Those god sovereign level star beasts avoid this place because it's too hot. The burning heat benefits them, so they don't fight here.
It's like a water source in a forest, where various animals often drink. Predators rarely hunt at the water source because it benefits them, and they instinctively avoid damaging it. Of course, star beasts are far more intelligent than ordinary animals. Their choice not to fight here is just one reason. Lin Moyu also thought of other possibilities. His soul quality was relatively high, so he didn't feel the initial heat. But those god sovereign level star beasts had long felt the heat. They determined their location based on the limits they could endure. Zhu Qiwu said,
Your soul has reached the 5th grade, so you can get closer. If an ordinary god sovereign gets too close, their soul will be burned to death.
Zhu Qiwu's words confirmed Lin Moyu's guess.
Is there any benefit to absorbing the heat?
Apart from feeling the burning sensation in his soul, Lin Moyu didn't feel any benefits. But the unusual behavior of these star beasts must have a reason. Zhu Qiwu smiled but didn't answer, once again keeping him in suspense. The two flew a long distance, and with the special ability of the beast's skin, all the star beasts ignored them. The closer they got to the fiery red star, the stronger the heat became. Lin Moyu's soul also felt some discomfort, but it was still within his tolerance. At this point, the star beasts they encountered had auras reaching the peak of the god sovereign level, extremely powerful. The fiery red star gradually grew larger in their sight, and Lin Moyu's eyes widened in surprise. What he saw was not a red star but a giant bird. This fiery red giant bird was curled up, its body enveloped in fiery red flames. The giant bird was unimaginably large. It curled up its body, and its fiery wings were tightly folded, as if embracing something. Its body length exceeded 100,000 kilometers, comparable to some small stars. If it spread its wings, it might cover a star. But Lin Moyu noticed something unusual. Even as calm as he was, he couldn't help but exclaim,
This is its soul.
A soul reaching 100,000 kilometers. What kind of concept was that? How could such a creature exist in the world? If its soul was so huge, how big would its physical body be? Generally, the larger the star beast, the stronger its power. Lin Moyu thought that the combat power of this giant bird might not be much weaker than the soul spirit ancestor beast. Suddenly, he thought of a possibility,
Is this a primordial bird?
In his knowledge, only a primordial bird could reach such a level. Zhu Qiwu shook his head, denying Lin Moyu's guess.
This is a vermilion bird.
Vermilion bird. Lin Moyu realized he had misunderstood. This was the vermilion bird battlefield, so the giant bird before him should indeed be a vermilion bird. The vermilion bird was a legendary star beast, and its existence was uncertain. Many believed it was just a legend and didn't really exist. Lin Moyu suddenly thought of a question.
If that's the case, do the black tortoise, azure dragon, and white tiger also exist?
Zhu Qiwu smiled.
Indeed, they are at the centers of the 4 battlefields. The vermilion bird is a star beast. Its power is useless to us humans, but it's a great supplement for other star beasts.
Lin Moyu finally understood.
It's said that the vermilion bird existed in ancient times. Its death might be related to the Great War of that era.
The vermilion bird before him was already dead, existing only as an unconscious soul. But for a soul to exist from ancient times until now was truly terrifying. Zhu Qiwu said,
The higher-ups are also researching, but they still haven't figured it out. What happened in ancient times that even beings like the vermilion bird fell?
Lin Moyu thought to himself.
What's so strange about the vermilion bird falling? Didn't the soul spirit ancestor beast also fall? It's been so long since ancient times. It's not easy to understand.
He looked at the vermilion bird and seemed to see something, his pupils suddenly contracting.
This is...
Zhu Qiwu said.
Do you see it?
Lin Moyu nodded, his gaze fixed, carefully observing. In the vermilion bird's abdomen, there was a giant egg. The egg was smooth and also emitted a fiery red glow, intertwined with the vermilion bird's flames, hidden within the flames. If not looked at carefully, it would be easily overlooked. Lin Moyu sensed the breath of life from the egg. It was alive. He summoned a skeleton god warrior, intending to observe with the undead vision. But as soon as the skeleton god warrior appeared, it was instantly burned to ashes. The vermilion bird's flames burned the soul of the skeleton god warrior, not even lasting 0.1 seconds. Here, not to mention the skeleton god warrior, even a skeleton god general couldn't survive. Zhu Qiwu said,
You didn't see wrong. This is the vermilion bird's egg. It's said that the vermilion bird has the ability to be reborn in flames. But no one knows the specific method of this rebirth. This egg also comes from ancient times. In the earliest records, there was no breath of life in the egg. It wasn't until 10,000 years ago that the breath of life suddenly appeared in the egg. We once thought the vermilion bird was about to be reborn. If it were to be reborn, the existence of the vermilion bird battlefield would become a big problem. But after 10,000 years, both the vermilion bird and its egg have remained unchanged, with no movement.
Lin Moyu looked at Zhu Qiwu.
Do you mean for me to take the egg?
Zhu Qiwu rolled his eyes.
Giving you face? Just based on you, you think you can take the egg? To be honest, even a Beyond Realm expert can't get close. The vermilion bird's flames are enough to burn a Beyond Realm expert's soul to death. Otherwise, do you think this egg would still be peacefully here after all these years?
Thinking about it, Lin Moyu realized he had been overconfident. Given his current realm, how could everything be about him? Zhu Qiwu continued.
I brought you here to let you know about the deepest secrets of the 4 battlefields. I believe you will reach the Beyond Realm in the future, and then you will touch upon some matters. In fact, you've already touched upon them, so it's no big deal to let you know in advance. This bird egg is coveted by many races and many Beyond Realm experts. In the future, if you reach the Beyond Realm, you might have a chance to get it. If you can obtain the vermilion bird, you'll be incredibly powerful.
Seeing Zhu Qiwu's serious expression, Lin Moyu laughed.
You have too much faith in me.
Zhu Qiwu snorted.
Just encouraging you, giving you a goal.
Lin Moyu laughed.
All right, I'll accept this encouragement.
Although he spoke modestly, Lin Moyu felt he might have a chance. If he could really get this bird egg and hatch the vermilion bird, he would indeed be incredibly powerful. Having the vermilion bird as a mount would be more impressive than any warship. 1477, 1477. Chapter 1477. The Peculiar Miss Yuju. There was less than a year left until the 4-star domain competition, and the preliminary rounds in various star systems had already begun. Lin Moyu noticed that a large number of people were returning to their respective star systems, including both contestants and spectators. The number of cultivators on the battlefield had decreased by nearly 70%. Fortress number 1 had also become quite empty. There were no more long queues at the mission center or the trading center. This was not only the case on the Vermilion Bird battlefield but also on the other 3 battlefields. Countless cultivators who were exploring the great world were also returning. Some were seed contestants who didn't need to participate in the preliminaries but wanted to return early to observe their competitors. The 4-star domain competition was not just a grand event for human cultivators but also a celebration for every member of the human race. The competition would be broadcast live across various star systems and regions, allowing ordinary people to witness the elegance of the cultivators, which served as a form of encouragement for them. Apart from the human race, more than 500 other races were also keeping an eye on the 4-star domain competition. They would use various methods to watch the event. Enemy races would mark human geniuses for assassination, while those with good relations with the human race would send representatives to watch the competition. When Lin Moyu returned to Fortress number 1, the teleportation array area was almost empty, with only about 30% of the usual crowd. He finally felt relieved, no longer needing to parade around in his fiery form. The mission rewards had not yet been distributed, but Lin Moyu was not in a hurry. He estimated that they would be available soon. Additionally, Zhu Tian would be coming to pick him up soon, marking the end of his time on the battlefield. He had been on the battlefield for almost 5 years, which was not a short time for him. The journey to the Soul Spirit Ancestor Beast had taken more than half a year. Inside the Soul Spirit Ancestor Beast, time was distorted and completely different from the outside world. Lin Moyu hadn't felt the passage of time while inside, but upon exiting, he realized that so much time had passed. The main reason was the overwhelming power of the Soul Spirit Ancestor Beast, which had completely affected his perception. He couldn't help but think that it was a miracle he had managed to kill the Soul Spirit Ancestor Beast. As for the cause and effect that Zhu Qiwu mentioned, he would deal with that later. At the time, he had no other choice. Unconsciously, Lin Moyu found himself at the trading center. The number of people there had also decreased significantly, with everyone busy with their own transactions, paying no attention to the outside world. Lin Moyu, familiar with the place, headed straight to the backyard. The pavilion in the backyard was also half empty. Looking around, he saw Yuju sitting in the pavilion, smiling at him. The aroma of tea wafted from the cool tea, entering his nostrils and making him feel refreshed. He sat down in front of Yuju and accepted the teacup she handed him.
Were you waiting for me?
Yuju giggled.
The ancestor said that the captain's mission has been successfully completed and that you would be returning soon. So, I waited here for you.
Lin Moyu smiled slightly.
The mission is indeed completed, but the rewards haven't been distributed yet.
Yuju playfully said.
Don't worry, the ancestor also said that the captain performed exceptionally well on this mission, and she wants to pick a good magic treasure for you. Maybe there will be some extra rewards too.
Lin Moyu hadn't thought about extra rewards, but a good magic treasure would certainly be welcome. With a prominent figure speaking on his behalf, he was confident that Madame Yu wouldn't give him anything subpar. Moreover, he had meticulously recorded all the information about the Soul Spirit Ancestor Beast, which should earn him some benefits. Yuju suddenly leaned in closer and lowered her voice.
Captain, have you met the ancestor?
Lin Moyu nodded.
Yes, I did meet Madame Yu.
Yuju's eyes lit up.
Captain, what do you think of the ancestor?
Lin Moyu frowned.
Why do you ask?
As a member of the Yu family, Yuju should know more about Madame Yu than he did. Why was she asking him? Yuju pouted.
I just want to know.
Lin Moyu thought for a moment.
Madame Yu is very beautiful, elegant, and noble.
Yuzhu shook her head.
Not that. I want to know if the captain thinks the ancestor is easy to talk to and get along with.
Lin Moyu pondered.
She seems easy to talk to, but we didn't have many conversations. What exactly are you trying to ask?
Lin Moyu felt that Yuzhu was acting a bit strange today. Asking odd questions and even her expressions were unusual. Yuzhu giggled.
Nothing. Just curious. When do you plan to return?
She quickly changed the subject. From his understanding of women, Lin Moyu knew that when a woman didn't want to talk about something, it was almost impossible to get an answer. Lin Moyu didn't bother to press further.
I'll leave when someone comes to pick me up.
Yuzhu nodded, not surprised.
With your strength, you must be a seed contestant.
Lin Moyu nodded.
I suppose so.
Yuzhu said.
Then you don't need to participate in the preliminaries. You might not even need to compete in the first few rounds of the finals. Then I can watch your exciting matches. I feel sorry for those guys. They won't be winning the championship this time.
Yuzhu's words implied that the championship was already reserved for Lin Moyu. Although Lin Moyu was confident, he wasn't arrogant.
There might be some extraordinary geniuses from other star domains.
Yuzhu snorted.
No matter how strong they are, they can't compare to you.
Lin Moyu chuckled, amused by his little fan's confidence. 2 days later, Lin Moyu suddenly received a message from the Human Emperor Network. Special mission completed. Enter Area 10-03 and retrieve the lost magic treasure. Completion level. Perfect. Rewards 150,000 mission points. 1 God Sovereign level magic treasure. Additional rewards. Due to providing important information from ancient times, you are awarded 50 million regular points and 2 contribution points. Lin Moyu looked at the reward information. The 150,000 mission points were as promised when the mission was issued, and the God Sovereign level magic treasure was also expected. After all, he had successfully completed the mission, not only retrieving the Yu family's soul artifact but also saving 3 souls of the Yu family. These were rewards he deserved. However, the additional reward of 50 million regular points and 2 contribution points was intriguing. The reason was that he had provided important information from ancient times, which he had given to Zhu Qiwu, who then passed it on to the higher-ups. This meant that the additional rewards were not from the Yu family but from the mysterious figure or the high-level human race.
I didn't expect the rewards to be combined and issued together. It seems their control over the Human Emperor Network is greater than I imagined. What exactly is the nature of the Human Emperor Network, and how was it established?
Lin Moyu pondered, feeling that the secrets within the high-level human race were more significant than he had thought, especially regarding their attitude towards information from ancient times. It made him believe that there were enormous secrets involved. The rewards were quickly credited, and Lin Moyu received another reminder from the Human Emperor Network. Your mission points have met the requirements for a privilege upgrade. Your maximum privilege level has been upgraded to level 5. Please check the details yourself. 1478 1478. Chapter 1478. Madame Yu is too generous. Finally, Lin Moyu's permissions reached level 5. The difference between level 4 and level 5 was like entering a completely different world. When he had level 4 permissions, his activities were limited to the Vermilion Bird Star domain and the battlefield. Once his permissions reached level 5, his activity range was no longer restricted. He could freely move throughout the entire Great World, including the other 3 major star domains of the human race, except for the Divine City. Almost all the teleportation arrays of the human race would be open to him. Besides this, there were other changes with level 5 permissions. Lin Moyu was about to check when he suddenly heard a familiar voice.
Lin boy, come over here.
In the Great World, there were only a few people who would call him
Lin boy.
Zhu Qiwu was one, and the other was Zhu Tian. Lin Moyu looked up in the direction of the voice and saw Zhu Tian's vehicle. It was also a small, exquisite warship very similar to Zhu Qiwu's warship, a replica of the ancient warship Zhu Qiwu had. In the Great World, the combat power of the two warships was not much different. However, on the battlefield, Zhu Qiwu's warship could easily overpower Zhu Tian's replica. The warship's door was already open, and Lin Moyu flew in, meeting Zhu Tian. The layout inside the two warships was identical, with no differences. Moreover, Zhu Tian and Zhu Qiwu's temperaments, attire, and clothing were very similar. Lin Moyu felt that the two must have some relationship, perhaps from the same family.
Greetings, Domain Lord.
Lin Moyu saluted Zhu Tian. Zhu Tian looked at this outstanding junior with a satisfied smile.
Not bad, not bad. You've grown a lot in these few years.
Lin Moyu smiled.
Thanks to Senior Zhu's help, I've benefited greatly.
Zhu Tian laughed heartily.
No need to be so modest. You might not know, but my senior brother has praised you to the skies. People outside call you the second war god of the human race, and I think that's not an exaggeration.
Lin Moyu then realized that Zhu Qiwu was Zhu Tian's senior brother, making them fellow disciples. No wonder they were so similar. Lin Moyu humbly said,
Senior Zhu is exaggerating. I dare not compare myself to the war god.
Knowing when to be humble was natural for Lin Moyu. He wasn't a reckless youth who would lose his sense of reality after a few compliments. Zhu Tian's smile never faded.
You're about to leave. Do you have anything else to do?
Lin Moyu shook his head.
Everything is done.
He had already informed Yuzhu that he would leave at any time, and there was nothing else to say. Zhu Tian nodded, piloting the warship to slowly fly away along the beacon. The two arrived at the teleportation array, left the warship, and activated the teleportation array, leaving the Vermilion Bird battlefield. As the teleportation array activated, the battlefield token emitted a strong light, then quickly dimmed and silently turned to dust. Upon leaving the battlefield, all information in the battlefield token, along with the token itself, would be erased by the Human Emperor network. However, this information would be stored in the Human Emperor network and would not disappear. When Lin Moyu returned to the battlefield, he would receive a brand new battlefield token, and the Human Emperor network would fill it with his previous information. During the teleportation, Lin Moyu clearly felt the battlefield's aura fading away, replaced by the increasingly strong aura of the Great World. Eventually, the Great World's aura completely replaced the battlefield's, and he had truly left the battlefield, returning to the Great World. The aura of the Human Emperor network began to strengthen rapidly. Memories surged, and he remembered when he first entered the battlefield as a true god. In just a few years, he had become a god king. What took others hundreds or thousands of years, he had accomplished in a few short years. Felt somewhat unreal, like a dream. Zhu Tian interrupted Lin Moyu's thoughts. After the teleportation ended, he took out the warship again. The warship set sail and instantly disappeared into the starry sky. Zhu Tian smiled.
You have level 5 permissions now. Check out the changes.
Zhu Tian's personality was slightly different from Zhu Qiwu's. Both were kind and treated him well. Zhu Qiwu, perhaps due to not speaking for many years, was more reserved, while his clone was more active and often joked with him. Zhu Tian, although Zhu Qiwu's junior brother, was actually more mature. Lin Moyu felt this was due to their different environments. Zhu Qiwu guarded the battlefield and didn't need much interaction, while Zhu Tian, as the domain lord of the Vermilion Bird Star domain, dealt with many people and matters, naturally becoming more composed. Regardless of their personalities, both treated him well, and Lin Moyu could feel their sincerity. After returning to the Great World, the aura of the Human Emperor network became very strong, distinctly different from Fortress No. 1. With a mere thought, Lin Moyu connected to the Human Emperor network and immediately checked his information. Lin Moyu, Honorary Second Lieutenant. Age, 36. Level, God King 3rd rank. Soul, 5th grade low. Potential evaluation, Legendary. Highest permission, Level 5. Comprehensive strength, Minor God Sovereign. Points, 1,101,000 850. Military merit, 210,676. Contribution points, 16. Military supply points, 3. Human Emperor training ground time, 3,500 days. Mastered law, undying law. The information hadn't changed much, except for his age increasing by 1 year and his permissions rising from level 4 to level 5. To reach level 6 permissions, he would need a staggering 10 million points. Currently, he had only 1 million points, far from the requirement for level 6 permissions. As far as he knew, even some god sovereigns might not reach level 6 permissions. In the Vermilion Bird Star domain, very few could achieve level 6 permissions. His total points exceeded 7 million, allowing him to purchase many things, though he didn't have much need for them. Lin Moyu then checked the changes brought by level 5 permissions. Firstly, his activity range expanded, allowing him to go anywhere in the Great World except the Divine City. Secondly, he could access more information, including data from the other 3-star domains of the human race. Thirdly, he could directly accept and complete tasks wherever the Human Emperor network was available, with only a few tasks requiring a return to the task center. There were many changes with level 5 permissions, and Lin Moyu noted them all. He didn't delve into the detailed information, as there was too much to read in a short time. When he returned to reality, he saw Zhu Tian smiling at him, holding a bow in his hand. The bow was small and exquisite, covered in mysterious runes, and emitted a powerful aura. It was a soul treasure of the God Sovereign level, at least mid-grade. Mid-grade soul treasures were much more valuable than low-grade ones, comparable to high-grade ordinary treasures. Zhu Tian smiled.
This is from Madame Yu. Madame Yu is too generous.
He had expected a mid-grade ordinary treasure, which would have been good enough. Even with the mysterious figure speaking for him, he thought Madame Yu would likely choose a good low-grade treasure. He hadn't expected a mid-grade soul treasure, showing Madame Yu's generosity. 1,479, 1,479.